Okay guys, sweep picking. If you've never done it before on the guitar, it's an incredibly difficult skill, and it's not surprising that it's taught quite poorly in the past. So I'm going to do my best to give you a mini course on how to do sweep picking so that you can be the best that you can be at that technique. Remember that this is a pre-picking stage, so if you already know what you're doing, don't forget you can just skip through to the other lessons on the guitar course. With no problem. The link will be in the description below. Right, now sweep picking. The first thing I wanted to talk about, so the plectrum, the pick that you are using, it's important that you choose the correct pick. Now I'm using one that's 2 millimeters thick. It's important that you use one that doesn't have any flexibility in it. The reason being is when you're sweep picking, you don't want this thing to be flapping around as you're sweeping across the strings, because it's going to impact your accuracy. So make sure you buy a plectrum, I would say, of at least 1 millimeter or thicker. Any less than that and it's going to start moving around. The next thing is how you hold the plectrum. When you're holding the pick, it's important that you don't have too much showing. If you're holding it like this and you've got a large amount of the plectrum showing, it's going to be moving around as you're sweeping across the string. So make sure that when you're holding it, you only really want to expose about 1 millimeter or 2 millimeters depending on your picking technique. Some people hold it like this, some people hold it like this, some people even do it like this, I've seen. Doesn't matter how you hold it, just make sure that you've got full control by really smothering it and you've only got a few millimeters showing. So the next thing I'm going to do is just a quick warm-up to get you guys started on sweep picking. With the right hand, you're not going to be focusing on the left hand, so don't worry about this hand at all. Now it's important that you start thinking about a sweep technique. A lot of people, when they first approach sweeping, they strum. You need to make sure that it's individual notes that you're doing with the right hand. It's a sweeping action with the right hand, but they need to be individual notes. So we're going to take a 3-string sweep. So you're going to start on your G string here, and you're going to sweep down. 3 individual notes is what you should hear. The other thing you've got to make sure is with the right hand, if you watch my wrist movement, a lot of people will play evenly, but they will sort of not do one movement. It will be a jagged. It's all downstrokes, yes, but it's not a sweeping action. The right hand should move at a consistent speed across the strings, like that. Okay, so the sweep warm-up that we're going to do, you're going to sweep down and then 1 upstroke. After you've done that upstroke, you're going to continue it through the 3 strings. And then you begin the process again. And what you're really trying to focus on is getting an even timing between your notes, making sure that the right hand moves in a consistent way and that you're not strumming the notes. Don't push the speed, you don't need a metronome, you just need clear, concise notes. So do that until it becomes natural, and that will stand you in good stead before you actually do the next exercise. The final one is a sweep that goes from the 5th string, so from the A string, all the way to the top string. So again, you're going to be sweeping down. Remember all the key points with the right hand, all the way to the bottom. And the difference here is as soon as you hit that bottom string, you're going to be going for the B string, so don't pick too far down. You're going to be going through. Once you hit that top note, you're going to be going straight back down. And again, when you hit the final note, the A string there, with the upstroke, you begin down on the next string. So it will sound something, hopefully, like this. Okay guys, so that basically is a pre-sweep picking guitar lesson for you. Remember, choice of pick, you need to make sure it's a hard pick, that it's at least 1 millimeter thick or thicker. Make sure that with the right hand, you're sweeping across the strings, not strumming, and that the spacing between the notes are individual. And then the warm-up. Make sure that the 3 and 5 string exercises that I showed you there are really clean and concise and that they feel natural. So you don't have to think too much about the right hand before moving on. to the beginner guitar lesson. So remember guys, choose the level that applies to you.